you are new swings to the Pools Golf Club, and this video is a video on behalf of one of the members of the Pools Golf Club, and he is struggling with an over-the-top swing path. So this drill will help you. This is probably the best ever drill that I've ever learned in order to achieve any success is stop, cut, eliminate coming over the top. So basically what I'm going to talk about is what is over the top. Over the top is a preoccupation of the club head to hit the back of the ball, and it's basically a quick move of the club head on downswing. So any golfer who struggles with the top, it's a quick manipulation of the club head on downswing. So it's, what I mean by that is their tendency to swing the club faster on the downswing. So good players leave the club alone, and they use gravity to drop the club into the position that they want, and then push the club through into impact. So what I'm talking about is when people get to the top of the backswing, the good players leave the club alone, so the club just comes naturally. They don't pull on the club at all. So a lot of golfers can have misconceived this aspect of the swing. So we don't do any pulling of the golf swing. So I've done a video before on this, but the first half of the downswing is gravity, and as you come through, the wrists pull, or the wrists produce all the speed after the club drops down past the waist height. So what I'm going to talk about is over the top is basically when people use the right hand side too much through impact, or the trail side use that too much through impact. So as I come back down, their body, their right arm is excessively used too much, and as the hips spin out the way, the left shoulder is open, then that's where the hands come across the swing path. So that's where you get an out to in swing path. And then as you come back, divots, well, the divot doesn't necessarily determine the strike. As the divot is hit, the divot takes place after impact. So if your divot's aiming left, then that's a wrong way to look at the strike. So it's the way the clubs travels. Players leave the club alone. The club works down. The club works down the back. So if I take the club over the top swing, that action where the too much right hand instead of using the left hand side to turn first, it's almost the opposite. So if we turn downswing, left hip should turn out the way. It's the complete opposite. It's the complete polar opposite, where the right side comes back into the equation, or the right side starts the downswing first, initiates the downswing. So good players leave the club alone. Club travels close to the body and away from the target. So what a drill to eliminate any tendency to swing over the top. So what I'm going to talk about is let the club drop behind you. So feel into this sensation. So feel like the club falls horizontally. So no tension. Leave the club alone. So feel the lag in the trail. So I'll do this drill and so you want that sensation into a good position. So what I'm going to do, so if I get to the top, if you swing over the top, then the club doesn't drop, the club drops in front of you, you swing over the top. So feel the club, so if I come down the line, if you swing over the top, club drops in front of you, feel the club drops behind you. So feel the club just drops behind you. Damaging my wedges here, but so feel the club dropping behind you. See in that position where my left wrist isn't moved at the position, club drops behind me, and my shoulders in straight position. So my hips haven't thrusted forward, L extension. My hips, my glutes are contracting more. So that basically keeps my hips further back, and that drops the club. So if I come into a position, so feel the club just dropping behind you like that. So feel the club drops down here instead of the club drops behind you instead of in front of you. So if it's in front of you, that's called over the top. So what I'm going to try and do is feel the lag in the trail. So feel the lag. So feel the lag in the left hand or left arm club shaft and feel the trail. So shaft should be closer to your body. So if you swing over the top, shaft's away from the body. So feel the shaft is more down the back and more behind you, and then you can release that. So if it's more down behind you, then you have to turn your hips to get the club on plane, or get the club face to square up through impact. So a good position, you should see, when you do this sensation, you should feel like there's more of an angle between your left wrist and club shaft. So feel that sensation of the left wrist and club shaft in a better position. Then left wrist, as I'm coming through, my right hand should almost graze the top of my right thigh. So that's a good move to use. That's a power move to do when coming over the top. So basically what I'm trying to prescribe here is try and get the club close to the body. We're not pulling down the club. Gravity's doing the work for half halfway down, and then the wrist come into the equation. So feel the club dropping behind you using that drill, feel the lag in the trail, and get the club more behind you. So get the club more behind you on the way down and then more in front on the way through. Try and eliminate that. Feel, delay the hit, so try and, what I prescribe is try and delay the hit. So feel like the club drops behind you, then the last ditch attempt halfway through, the wrists come through as my body turns. So feel that drill, almost feel the club drops behind you. So if you've got any thoughts on that video, let me know, and subscribe to my channel at Allan Golf, or follow me on other social media platforms attached below. Thank you.